Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss an update from my channel. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Harshada and today I'm going to do a tutorial which is going to be very informative and educational at the same time. No, it is not a makeup tutorial, but it is something which is more basic than that. Like, it's the essentials. It is the things and the tools that you need to achieve a good makeup. I know a lot of you are going to be very happy at the sound of that because you guys have been requesting me a tutorial on different kind of makeup brushes that are used to do makeup, and what are the different uses and purposes and shapes and sizes and all those kind of things. So I'm going to keep it really simple for you guys so that when you go makeup shopping for your brushes next time, it's easier for you to understand which are the makeup brushes that are must-haves in your makeup kit and which are the ones that you can actually give it a skip. So before we start, let me just tell you how I have divided the brushes just for your easy understanding. I've divided them in two parts. One is the brushes used for face and one is the brushes used for eyes. So these are two sections that I've divided in, and I'll run you through the makeup brushes that are used for the face first. So let's just start with this big boy right here. He's a little dirty, but this is a face brush, a powder brush that I usually use to set my foundation and lightly dust off any excess and apply powder mostly. That is what I use this brush for. And this brush is by MORPHE. It doesn't have any name as such, but it is by MORPHE. This was from the brush set that I bought from MORPHE a couple of days ago. If you want to know which brush set this belongs to, watch my tutorial, not a tutorial, watch another video. I'll provide the link in the description box below. It's called the US Makeup Haul. So do watch that video, and also I'll mention the individual brushes if at all there are individual numbers. If not, I'll just mention the brush kits and the brush set names in the description box. So that is the first face brush. It's called the powder brush, and yeah, that's all I can tell you about this brush. Now the second brush also is a face brush. This is a soft, really soft brush. This is again by MORPHE, and it is an angle brush, as you can see. So I use this because of its shape, because of its angular form. I usually use it to contour because it gives me the shape of the brush. This natural slant of the brush gives me an exact point where I need to contour, because it kind of helps me define the hollows of my cheeks. So that is what I use this brush for. That was a second face brush. The third brush that I'm going to show you is this little guy here. This is a beautiful, really soft brush. It is nice and pointed. So one, I use it to apply highlighter because it gives me the exact point where my cheekbone is and it helps me pack the highlighter. The second reason, the second purpose of this brush is to set my under eye. So every time I highlight my under eye and I want to set it with a powder, this brush is really helpful because I'll give you an example. When you dip it in a powder, the pointed tip helps you get in the inner corner of the eye really well, and it really helps you with working with details and precision. So that is why I like this brush for the under eye setting with the powder. And this brush is by Sigma. It's called Tapered Highlighter Brush. It is number F35. So that was the third brush. The fourth one is this little bugger right here. He's also really soft. I must say guys, Morphe brushes are the best brushes I've used till date. This is also a Morphe brush, and this is a round fluffy brush. This I usually use to apply blush because this exactly is nice and round, and it helps me blend out the blush on the apples of my cheeks. So that's what I use this brush for. Moving on, I have two similar other brushes which are also round and slightly big, which also can be used for highlighters, application of highlighter, and also to sometimes dust off the excess powder under your eye and things like that. But it is just additional extra baggage to your brush kit, which I think is not required. So let me not talk about it and confuse you more. Moving on, okay, there is this brush. I am in love with this brush. I've recently got this brush. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Brush. It's by NYX, and this is a foundation brush. So this brush is brilliant, absolutely brilliant for liquid foundations. The way it helps you buff in the foundation is another level. Like, it's another level. It is a beautiful, and the shape, this particular shape of the brush really helps you get under your eye, especially for under eye highlighting and application of foundation and concealer and everything. Like, I am in love with this brush. So this is a fiber brush. It's got this really dual fiber brush. So it's got this soft, really puffy tip, and below it's got this fibrous bristles, and it does not like absorb too much of your foundation, so it really does not waste too much makeup. That's why I love this brush. This is by NYX again. Okay, that is it. These were my face brushes. Moving on to my eye brushes. First, let's start with blending brushes. So I'm going to show you 3 blending brushes. These are three blending brushes that I generally use. So this is a bigger blending brush, this is a medium blending brush, and this is a really small blending brush. So what this does is, this particular brush is by Sigma. This is an E40 brush. It's a very popular brush. It's a large blending brush. You can see how big it is. This is for your outer crease area. So basically to blend the extreme end of the crease, to create that warmth and to create that transition color. This brush is great for that. Then there is this medium sized brush, which is not as fluffy as this, but a little more firmer than this one. This is by Morphe again. This is from the brush kit, so it does not have an individual number or name. This is more for into your crease. So when you apply a color in your crease, with a brush like this, for example, this is a pencil brush by Morphe again. This does not have a number. You can see it's a round tip, really small and firm brush. So when you apply a dark color in your crease, when you apply color in your crease, you need a brush to blend it out. So this medium sized blending brush is really helpful for that, because it really kind of, because of its firmness, it helps you blend out that crease color with the transition color. So that is the purpose of this brush. And this really small blending brush is by MAC. This is the MAC 217 brush. This is again a very popular brush. This is a small firm blending brush. This is to get into the inner corner of your eye, because these two are slightly larger. So when you really want to work with precision in your crease, this brush is really great for that. So that is the purpose of all these brushes. These are all blending and precision brushes. So this is MAC 217. This is a smaller blending brush, a little firm. This is a Morphe brush from the brush kit. This is a medium-sized blending brush, a little firm and nice. And this is Sigma E40. This is a large blending brush which is slightly fluffier than the rest, which is for the outer crease area. So that's with your precision and blending brushes. Moving on to the lid brush. So this flat brush is by MORPHE again. This is a really small flat brush. This is usually for the application of color on the eyelid. There's no rocket science in this. I mean, it's just a flat eyeshadow brush. So that's on the lid. Now there's another brush that I really like by MAC. This is MAC 208. This is a angle brush like this. There are two reasons why I would use this brush. One is to define my brows because of its angle shape. It really helps you create a sharp line for your brows. So this is a great brush for defining eyebrows. The reason why I would use this brush is to apply gel liner. So usually the gel liners that come in the pot, when you really want to work that liner closer to your lid and create a wing, this shape, this angle shape really helps. So this is a great brush for application of gel liner, creating wing liner looks, and for defining your brows. So this is a MAC 208. Next really important brush that I wanted to show you, a pencil brush. I think I spoke about it. This is a pencil brush. This is by MORPHE again. And besides using it for application of color into your crease, you can also use this brush to blend out your kohl in your lower lash line. So when you want to blend it out and you want to create that smoky effect under your eye, this is a great brush for that. Also, you can use it for under eye highlighting and highlighting your brow bone. So this brush is great for that as well. Okay, this is a really small flat fiber brush. This is easily washable. So this brush I usually use to conceal my under eye, to apply under eye highlight, to conceal spots, spot correction, and things like that. This brush is great because it's synthetic, and with any kind of liquid formulas you can just wash it off easily. So synthetic brush, please keep it for cream and liquid products, not for anything else. So that is it. Then there's another brush. Again, this is an angle brush, but it's got a spoolie in the end. So this brush is by MORPHE again, and I like this brush because it's got a spoolie in the end. But the other side of the brush is the same as the MAC 208, which is the angled definer brush. So that is it from me on brushes today. I have a lot more brushes, like lot of them, like really lot of them. But if I sit you through all the brushes that I have, I would just be confusing you, which I don't want to do. So basically these 10-15 brushes, if you have in your kit, you're sorted. You can create absolutely any looks ever on this planet, like absolutely any looks. So that is it from me on brushes. I hope this tutorial on brushes, different kind of brushes and their uses was helpful. Another thing, while we are talking about brushes, I would also like to throw some light on how to care and how to wash and how to keep your brushes. So always remember that when you clean your brushes, there are 2-3 different ways you can clean your brushes. Wet wipes such as these, any wet wipes is good to clean brushes. Another thing that you can use to clean brushes is a brush cleaner. There are lots and lots of brands that do brush cleaners. So buy any nice brush cleaning product, spray it on a tissue and clean your brush. Like say for example So fold the tissue and spray your brush cleaning liquid, whatever that is, on the tissue, and just rub it wherever you had sprayed the cleaner, and there you go, got a clean brush. So that is how you clean your brushes. Another way to clean your brushes, if you don't want to like spend money on brush cleaners, what you can do alternatively is baby shampoo. No, I'm not even joking. Baby shampoo is the most gentle soap that you can use to clean your brushes. All you got to do is take a bowl of water, add a few drops of your baby shampoo, and take your brush one by one, dip it in it, and on your hand, on your palm, just rub it, dip it back in, rub it, dip it back in. Do this to all the brushes that you had used during your makeup, and then throw away that water. Take a fresh bowl of water, even better if you can do it in running tap water. The second round of cleaning can be done in running tap water, because in the soap solution you have already washed off all the dirt and all the makeup that was on the brushes. So what you're really doing is just washing off the soap now. So you can just do it in running water. And then take a really dry towel. I would suggest, instead of wasting paper, just take a nice clean towel and press all the water out. Press it out nicely and press it gently, but make sure all the water is out, and then shake it slightly, and then lay it on a clean paper towel overnight and let it dry. But always remember, when you wash your brush, do not leave it to dry in this position. Always leave it to dry either in this position or just lay it flat on a table, on a towel, and just let it dry. Also make sure when you're washing the brushes, don't let the water go in this part of the brush, because this is where the glue is, which is holding all the bristles together. So if you let water sit inside for too long, this whole thing may just come off. So please be very careful with that. And that is how you care for your brushes and how you keep them clean and hygienic, and get them ready for the next use. So how often you do this? Ideally you should do this after every use, but if you're using the brushes only on yourself and not on too many faces, and if you're not like a makeup artist who's a professional makeup artist doing makeup for other people, then just cleaning them with a wet tissue or a wet wipe and leaving it aside for drying is enough, and then doing the washing procedure once every 2 to 3 applications is good enough, in my opinion. So that is it from me on the brushes, and I hope this video was very helpful and informative. To watch more videos, do subscribe to my channel. That's the least you can do to help and support and to show your love. And that's it. Be happy, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.